Correcting history if it's been misread, I think, in my case. I was thinking of sort of salt for the day sort of thing. And then I thought, well, it might get a bit longer than that, but I'll try to keep it down to 5 or so minutes. I have a very deep feeling on a question of principle that the Trust has demonstrated in a very powerful way in my lifetime. I think the two most important influences for me have been the YSA and the National Trust. One led to the other. As you know, just up the road there's a stone to a man called George Mitchell, who's not really known to many people, but 30, 40 years ago, the stone records that the Beech Tree replacement, as you go up to the house, was as a result of subscriptions by those who regarded George Mitchell as Uncle George and had a great respect for him. And John Gamble here was his successor, just out of college almost, and George Mitchell was unassuming. He was a bachelor who lived with two spinster sisters. Worked for the Customs and Excise, which conveniently gave him a workload measured in hours per year, not hours per week, and that was a very convenient way of being able to go and lobby government departments on behalf of countryside bodies and so on. And George Mitchell was a very much revered in his time, and he was a role model for many of us. Then we have to look at Tanner's Hatch. Some of you will know that Tanner's Hatch came about primarily, not entirely, as a result of another character called Noel Vincent, who worked for the National Physical Lab and then got tired of the science and became an order of a hostel in Leatherhead. That's where he heard of the Tanner's Hatch possibility, and he led working parties for many years there. And it was said that the people who went on the tours, on the working party at weekends, never wanted it to end because that would be an end of their weekends, and ordinary members would go, and that's probably apocryphal, but nonetheless it was an inspiration of its own. And then again, there have been lots of other experiences I've had with the Trust and with YSA, which have got into my bones, I suppose you could say. It was well, there's so many things I just get rather carried away with them in a sense. But I think that one other factor that much impressed me was about 20 years ago or so, the Trust set up a voluntary body called the Pentile Club, and it had rather esoteric membership, I think, in some ways, and it now has 180 members. Until recently, there was one name tacked on to the bottom. I noticed recently there are two names at the bottom, and I'm very much looking forward to meeting that lady, but not soon it is, you know, because it is a bit lonely being on your own. But quite honestly, all the prime ministers I've had, individually and organisationally, I have to say that the one which has meant, I think, most to me as a member of the club was to be put in staff that I have so much respect for. I could go on, but I think my time's up. Thank you all for coming today. What I've done is nothing compared with the benefit that I've had from the job, and more than that, from the individuals. There are all sorts of things. For example, I think the day I took Fiona Reynolds to meet Ivor Longfield, may have been, well, I know it was a well-received visit. It may even have given Fiona ambitions of where she might go in the future. She did indeed. And many other people have had influence on my life, and it is, I think, well, it has changed my life and brought me to this place on the afternoon. Thank you all very much for coming. I'm liable to go into print before long. My eldest son is nagging me for it, so you may find more, and I hope it will be worth reading. Thank you.